Alright, so we gotta travel through all this. Let's see. Alright, let's see here. So obviously that blue square can't be a shooting range or firing range because I already did all of them, unless there's a secret one. But I think it's probably like in the same vein as like those blue medals that I did at the beginning. Alright, our plan. Because of that agent, we lost Chief Mendez and Ramon. Nevertheless, everything will proceed according to plan. I must admit, however, the loss of my loyal men is a bit disheartening, but I will deal with it. Replacing that loss will not come easy. I must choose wisely, for the Plaga reflects the conscience of their hosts. If chosen poorly, they could betray me. I need men who will swear their allegiance to me. I've learned my lesson when Sarah betrayed me. I will not make the same mistake again. In this important hour, I cannot and will not have anyone stand in my way. Oh, okay. Sounds like this dude's getting a little desperate. What is this room anyways? It's like a... I mean, clearly it's a throne room, but it's a very odd throne room. Yeah, or actually no, I guess it's not a throne room. Like a worship hall? I guess? That's what it looks like to me.
What's the news on our friend Leon?
He's not making it easy. The sample?
Sadler's got it. It seems he sniffed out our little game.
Perfect.
Just so we understand each other clearly, I don't trust you, nor does Wesker. If you try to do anything clever, I will kill you.
Is that so? You know, I met Wesker long before you.
We'll see soon enough if you did.
Yeah, we'll see.
So it looks like Ada is in league with that guy. Oh, Ada, always being the double agent that we all know. Which I don't know. All right, I'm about to say something like very controversial to a lot of people. And that is if I hadn't already said it when I played the Resident Evil 2 remake. But I don't really like Ada. Now, I don't mean I don't like Ada as a character. I mean, she's pretty cool, I guess, and whatnot. But I really don't like... Actually, I think I've already said this, but I never realized... I think in the past few years since I played Resident Evil 2 remake and now, I really hate the... Alright, hate is such a strong word. I really don't like the people, or I really don't like, I'm not a huge fan of I'm not a huge fan of people who ship Leon and Ada because I don't know why. I don't know why people ship those two. I know they have like their cute moments or whatever, but I just can't see it. I just can't see Leon and Ada having a very stable relationship, considering the fact that Leon is clearly like a very cookie cutter good guy, and Ada is very, and I mean very, morally like ambiguous. I mean, she seems to be the kind of character who only like cares about herself. Yeah, I know she does care about Leon to some extent, but I just don't see them working together. Like, I guess the appeal is just you know, Ada is clearly supposed to be typical like. Oh my god. Yeah, like, what is it? Ada is clearly supposed to be, you know, like the typical, or she's supposed to be like the femme fatale bad girl and whatnot. But, I mean, aside from just looking cool and being attractive, it's just like something like, you should really ask yourself, is that really the type of person you want in a relationship? A serious relationship? I mean, if we're talking about like casual stuff, you know, no big deal, you know, just you want to have fun. But I don't know. I mean, personally, like, I know the whole bad boy, bad girl trope, like everyone loves that and whatnot because, you know, oh, it's so, there's just something about being in a relationship with the good boy or with the bad boy and the bad girl. But like, honestly, like, is that really a relationship that you would want to be in? Like, is that a person that you could really consider like husband / wife material and father / mother material? If you ask me personally, I don't think so. Now, if you disagree and you think, yeah, you know what, this is a person who I could see myself settling down with, you know what, hey, more power to you. Like, everyone likes what they like, but honestly, in my honest opinion, I just don't think Leon and Ada would really work all that well. I think, yeah, I mean, clearly Leon cares for Ada, and Ada had also like maybe cared for Leon. I don't think it's mutual. Like, I think clearly Leon cares more about Ada than Ada cares more about Leon. But I don't know. I mean, that's just kind of like, that's what I think. It's kind of like, oh wait, what's going on here?
Been a long time, comrade.
Krauser.
I died in a crash 2 years ago. Is that what they told you?
You're the one who kidnapped Ashley.
You catch on quick, as expected. After all, you and I both know where we come from.
Oh, I wasn't paying attention, guys. Sorry. I was like sending a message as that cutscene was playing. All right, let's try that again.
Been a long time, comrade.
Krauser.
I died in a crash 2 years ago. Is that what they told you?
You're the one who kidnapped Ashley.
You catch on quick, as expected. After all, you and I both know where we come from.
What do you want?
The sample Sadler developed, that's all.
Leave Ashley out of this!
Oh, I needed her to buy Sadler's trust in me. Like you, I'm American.
got her involved just for that?
All for Umbrella's sake.
Umbrella?
Almost let it slip. Enough talk. Die, comrade!
Ada!
Well, if it isn't the bitch in the red dress.
Looks like we have the upper hand here.
You may be able to prolong your life, but it's not like you can escape your inevitable death, is it?
You knew each other?
More or less. Maybe it's about time you told me the reason why you're here.
Maybe some other time.
Enjoy the reunion with your old friend?
As a matter of fact, I did.
Wonderful. I wouldn't want my special guests on the island feeling unattended.
Guess I'm supposed to thank you, right?
Ah, I have an idea. Since you're here, why don't I introduce you to it? It should keep you busy.
Can't remember the name, huh? A senior moment, perhaps.
Oh. Enjoy the fun.
Oh well. Anyways, back to my whole spiel. I don't know. I mean, at the end of the day, they're just fictional characters. It's not a big deal, but I don't know. I mean, I just never understood the whole bad boy, bad girl trope. Like, even as like for fun, I don't know. I don't really like it. I mean, well, okay, so like for me, when it comes to like people, something I value the most is trust and loyalty. And I think like bad boys and bad girls are literally the antithesis of that. I mean, that's what makes them bad boys and bad girls. Like, they're supposed to be very mysterious and like, oh, you know, they're very morally gray. They don't care about anything. They're too cool. You know, all that stuff. Yeah, all that stuff. And I don't know. Lasers. Oh, that instantly kills you. Alright, I'm just gonna say I actually did. I missed that prompt on purpose. Only because, like, I already knew what that room was. Like, I've seen clips of like the sequence in this room so many times, and I've always seen like people like, I've always seen it like, oh man. Alright, that time I was being stupid. Yeah. So I had always seen like people just, you know, successfully do the QuickTime event. So I was just curious to see like what would happen if I failed it, because I had never seen anyone like fail it. So I was just wondering like what would happen, but I guess there was no. Oh, what's going on here? I assume I have to move forward. You know, what are the odds You know, or do you know how lucky one has to be to dodge lasers like that? Cause I mean, obviously those lasers were designed in a way where it's like, there's no way anyone can dodge this. And even if you were very acrobatic, very trained or whatever, I just think, even if you did what Leon did, like, you had to be extremely lucky for like not a single part of your body to hit one of those lasers. Back to this, huh? Okay, that one was really creative. I will say that. Which, by the way, I heard apparently that this room was added as a reference to the Resident Evil movie that came out in 2001. You know, the one with the Paul W.S. Anderson movie, because there's a scene in that movie with the laser, with the laser corridor like this. And this movie, or this game, came out years after that movie, so I think they added that as an homage to the movie, I guess, which I can appreciate it. There's no time for resting. I mean, hey, when you sit down on the throne, or if you got a chance to sit down on the throne, why wouldn't you? I like that. And I wouldn't have noticed this treasure. The elegant, another one? Yeah, I only bring up the Ada and Leon thing just cause like there's this I watched this streamer on Twitch who plays like Resident Evil games, and like the streamer really loves Ada, and then like everyone in the chat was just going on about like, oh, Ada, I love Ada and Leon. Well, what's her name? Like Aeon? Yeah, like Aeon, I think. And I mean, I was just like, I really felt like the odd man out, cause I was just like, no, like, I mean, personally, I like Leon and Claire together because they're more, I feel like their personalities fit much better. I mean, I'm pretty sure there will be people who would argue that Leon and Claire kind of have more of a like brother and sister relationship. I mean, I guess I can see that, but I don't know, like, I still think Leon and Claire realistically would be a much better couple, and it would definitely be more wholesome. That's just me though. I mean, to each their own. That's just how I feel. I mean, to be honest, when it comes to Resident Evil games, I don't really care so much about the ships. Like, I just wanna.
Welcome.
I just really wanna like fight zombies.
Got some rare.
And,
What are you
and, like,
buying?
POWs and whatnot.
What are you selling?
Yeah, that's just me. Now, that's not to say I don't like ships and whatnot, because, I mean, there are games and there are franchises where I do like certain couples, or maybe I want certain characters to get together. But Resident Evil is not really one of those.
What are you buying?
Especially because, in my
Come back
opinion,
anytime.
the ships, you know, like the ships that the community does, I don't really like them. Like, I already said, like I just said, I don't really like Leon and Ada. And then the other popular one, which is Jill and Chris, like, I don't really like them either. I mean, I know for them, like, those two would work better than Leon and Ada because they're also very similar, and like we've seen on multiple occasions how much like Chris and Jill really like care for each other. But I don't know, to me, like, I don't know what it is, like, I just don't really like Jill and Chris together. I just really don't. I can't really explain to you why. I mean, the only thing I can think of is just that, you know, they're two co-workers who work together and get along very well, and it's just that, to me, I just kind of see it as not everyone who gets along super well necessarily have to be in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I feel. And you see that a lot in television and in other media where you see, typically it's a man and a woman. I mean, I feel like there are instances where you do see, like, you know, a man and a man or a woman and a woman, but oftentimes it's a man and a woman, and I think you often see it more with men and women just because you know how it is, like, I guess, like, when it's a woman and a woman or a man, like, no one really bats an eye, no one really ships or this and that, cause, like, you know, just, you know how it is, just, being gay and whatnot, and how society...
Ashley. What is that?
Bro, what is that? Oh my god. Oh my god. Get off of me. Do I need to pull out the Magnum? I'm dead. Oh wow. As I was saying, yeah, you know how society has always had a history of feeling a certain way towards homosexual people, but I think it's just that, you know, because, like, for so long we've always associated, oh, men and women are supposed to be together, so, like, you just have that instance of, like, you have a guy who clearly really cares about a woman and, like, treats that woman a certain way, is very friendly towards her, and then you have a woman who feels who really cares about a man and, like, acts a certain way towards that man, like, and they're very friendly and whatnot. Then they're perfect together, you know, they gotta be a couple. And I don't know, to me, I'm like, no, not always. I mean, you could just be very friendly towards someone of the opposite gender and, you know, just be friends. You don't necessarily, just because you're friendly towards them, that doesn't mean you like them, or it has to end with being a couple and whatnot. So, I mean, that's kind of like how I feel like with Jill and Chris. Yeah, that's basically what I feel about Jill and Chris. And I don't know, personally, I just think, I think I've already said this too. If Jill and Chris are really supposed to be a couple, if they're supposed, yeah, if they're just supposed to, if they're meant to be together and be a couple and whatnot, then why doesn't Capcom just already go ahead and just make them official? I mean, here we are, what? At this point, the Resident Evil franchise is... 06. Like, it's nearing 30 years old. We've had Resident Evil media, and like the Resident Evil story has been going on for 30 years at this point. So I just think, at this point, if Jill and Chris are supposed to be, you know, endgame, whatever, why doesn't Capcom just go ahead and do it? Like, you know, this isn't Sonic where, yeah, this isn't Sonic where, you know, it's a franchise marketed towards kids, and it's not supposed to have like the most, it's not supposed to have the most deep and compelling story with like very deep and complex characters and whatnot. It's Resident Evil. It's a horror game with a lot of like blood and gore, a lot of monsters, catered more towards it caters more towards adults. So if they really wanted to make their if they really wanted to make their characters, you know, like a thing or whatever, they could just go ahead and do it. So I mean, that's all I have to say. I'm pretty sure some of you guys might disagree. You might be typing in the comments of this video like, oh, why I'm stupid or this and that, but I mean, everyone is entitled to their own opinion, and like I said, you know, if you disagree with me, that's fine with me. You know, I don't need people to agree with me. I'm just giving my stance. Like, that's just what I think. Resident Evil, if everyone has their like their ships and whatnot, but I just think if they were really meant to happen, then they would have already went ahead and did it, or at least confirmed it. Because I know there's some times where like developers, they create stories or games or whatever where like nothing happens or it ends, and then it isn't until, I don't know, afterwards. It isn't until like, you know, after it ends or whatever, like in an interview or something, they say, oh yeah, so these characters are like, they end up together after the story or something like that. But I don't know. I mean, I did say last time that Chris is already in his 50s. Jill is not that far behind him, so you would think that these two people, if they really cared about each other, if they really loved each other and whatnot, oh, there we go. If they really loved each other or whatnot, they would have already like at least gone on their first date or something by now, cause come on, they're already pushing 50 at this point. And then it's the same thing with Leon and Ada. They're not that far behind. They're not that far behind Chris and Jill, so yeah. So, in other words, to wrap it all up, I'm sorry if I offended you with my comments of Ada, but that's just kind of how I feel about Ada. I'm not really the biggest Ada fan. I mean, she's cool. Don't get me wrong. I don't hate her, but I just think of all the Resident Evil characters, she's easily like my least favorite. Right? I'm just thinking. I'm thinking about other, and I'm going based off Resident Evil characters I know, or that like I've seen in the games I've played. So if there's like a character that's, you know, if you guys like mention a character or something from a game I haven't played, then yeah, since I haven't played it, I can't really use that. Oh, okay. I know one that comes to mind. I think a lot of people don't like Steve from Code Veronica. Yeah, I know a lot of people don't like Steve from Code Veronica, but I've never played Code Veronica, so I can't really say anything there. I can't say, oh, like, if people say, oh, but what about Steve? Like, you really like Steve more than Ada? I can't really tell you there. I only really know Ada at this point, so I can't really make that comparison. So, as of right now, of all the characters I've seen so far, my least favorite definitely does have to be Ada. So this whole thing drops, and are you telling me, like, the creature, like, somehow still manages to latch on? They always have to pull out the crazy mutations, don't they? Oh. Ow. Where the hell is the light for this? Oh. Are you kidding me? Oh, what? Oh my god! Are you kidding me? Alright, so obviously since this is my first time taking on the boss, I don't know. I really don't know if it's a boss that I can realistically defeat, if you get my drift. Like, am I supposed to kill him, or is it a boss where, like, I just have to incapacitate it enough where, like, I get to the end of this thing and then it just dies in a cutscene? Because if that's the case, I don't really see the point of using my Magnum to do that. Because then I'm just wasting... Yeah, because then at that point, I'm just wasting ammo of a good... Yeah, I'm just wasting, like, ammo for a very strong weapon just for this thing to, like, not die, or just for me to... Or for it to only die in the cutscene? I mean, I also know that I am aware that I have, like, a lot of Magnum ammo too. See, like that, like, I was able to stun it with just a few shots from my handgun. So if I can do that, I think I'd rather just use my handgun and my shotgun to get that done. Well, okay. You know, I realize I also do have a lot of grenades, so I could just use that too. Like right now. Did that just? Oh wow, I burned myself. Nice. shotgun to stun it. Or stagger it, I guess. Oh my god, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna have to use this. Oh right, I forgot. It's through here. Oh my god. Oh, that was a waste. Alright, you see, that's what I thought. I thought you would kill that thing in a cutscene, and I was right. Yeah, I was right about that. But, you know, that's fine. I used up only a little bit of my magnum ammo. Yeah, so... at least I didn't have to use so much magnum ammo. And to be fair, I did just get 5. Even though I think I only used up like 2 or 3, so I really got like 2 or 3 more than what I got a gain of like 2 or 3. And I'm even looking at how much ammo I have for this, so like 10, 20, 27, 32. I mean, if you really think about it, I mean, yeah, 32 magnum rounds is a lot. I mean, we're talking about magnum weapons. Okay, so it's not dead. Oh my god, why do you hate me, game? Why couldn't you have made my life easy? Alright, so that's open. I don't know what that's for. I mean, clearly opens the doors, but what does that get for? Oh, nice. I think it just opened it. Okay, so let's see if... I think that's it. I think at this point, from this point on, I need to just fight it. Like, no tricks, no this or that. At this point, it's just straight up gun it down. Too bad I didn't buy that rocket launcher, huh? Alright, it's getting pretty close, so I should start creating some space. Oh my god, it's still not down? Okay, let's... You know what? Let's switch to a TMP, because I have a lot of ammo for this thing. Oh great, it's burrowing itself. Nice. Oh no 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 no.